team like Kyrie and KD, or the Lake Show with King James and AD. Wish I could match him up with the bad boys from the 80s, but no black and white, I need that in HD. HenDawgz.
Yo, what's good, y'all? It's your boy HenDawgz, and we back to it. You know how we do it. The top 10 defenders Michael Jordan played against. I was trying to think of some players that might be on this list before we go through it. But before we do that, make sure you subscribe to the channel. We almost at 5K. We almost there. So subscribe to the channel right now if you haven't. Make sure you like this video if you like this video, and go ahead and write something in the comments. But yeah, I was trying to think. I remember him saying something about Joe Dumars was a super tough task for him. So I'm sure he's gonna probably be on there. I want to say maybe John Starks. Like I really don't know, but that's the whole point of us going through this video. So actually, let's just get straight to it, man. I ain't anybody even try to give y'all no players, but I got a good feeling Joe Dumars is gonna be on here. But let's get to it, man. Actually, I guess this video isn't really saying who locked him up. This video is just saying the top defenders. So even if he averaged 30 on these players, they still gonna be in his top 10 because he gave everybody else 40. So let's see who's on this list, man. I ain't even gonna do too much talking. Let's get straight to it. We got the top 10 defenders Michael Jordan ever played against. Let's get it.
Anybody who hasn't been living under a rock for the last 40 years knows who Michael Jordan is. He's one of the greatest athletes of all time, unlike Tom Brady. But what about MJ's competition? Who exactly did he beat in order to reach the mountaintop 6 times and establish his legacy as arguably the greatest basketball player that's ever lived? This video ranks the 10 best defenders that Michael Jordan ever played against. As these recently unearthed...
Before we get into it, I see the guy that made this video is a little comical. And I seen that he had Tom Brady in there as not the greatest player of all time. I think that's what he was saying. But yeah, I know this is about Michael Jordan, but I want y'all to write in the comments right now, who is the greatest football player of all time? Like I said, I know this had nothing to do with Jordan. I try to, in my reaction videos, I try to, stay on topic, but I think it's fun to kind of venture off a little bit, man, just so y'all can get a different aspect of, the stuff I talk about, the stuff I like to talk about. So yeah, write in the comments who your favorite NFL player of all time is. I give y'all about 3 or 5 seconds to do that, and then we get back to Jordan. All right, let's get it.
Clips from the 1993 NBA Finals show. Michael Jordan dominated an extremely physical era of basketball. And the person we start our list off with guarded Michael Jordan in the 1993 Finals. His name? Ronnie, the high school science teacher. Ronnie was known as one of the best defenders of his era, and as you can see from these various clips from the 1993 Finals, he really gave MJ a run for his money. When asked about what it was like to guard MJ, Ronnie said, "I spend all day schooling high school students about science, so it was awkward when I was the one getting schooled on the court by Michael Jordan." Thanks to Ronnie's incredible defensive ability and his effort, Michael Jordan only averaged 41 points per game on 51% shooting in the 93 Finals. And while Ronnie never made it back to the Finals after 1993, he played for almost another decade in the league, having a respectable career while also being named Teacher of the Year several times in the state of Arizona.
That damn Marley.
Next at number 9. It's Colin Cowherd.
Colin?
Most people know Colin Cowherd for his career in sports talk radio, and also for having a hot daughter. What's up, Liv? But what most people seem to forget Colin Cowherd used to be in the NBA. A member of the fabled 1986 Boston Celtics who ended up winning the championship, it was Cowherd's ferocious defense that held Michael Jordan to just under 44 points per game in the first round, a series which the Celtics ended up winning in a sweep. Coming in at number 8, the security guard from Terminator 2.
Man, what?
This security guard, whose real name is Lewis, was...
This man ain't just guard Jordan, man. I would give him 40. This guy right here, I'm giving him 40, man. No way was he... His job was to stop Michael Jordan. Not the Michael Jordan. It had to be Michael B. Jordan or something. Not Michael Jeffrey Jordan.
Member of the 1985 Milwaukee Bucks. The 85 Bucks have the distinction of being the first playoff opponent of Michael Jordan's career. And while Jordan would put up impressive numbers in the series, it was Lewis and the Bucks who advanced. Sadly, Lewis tragically died in 1991 while working as a security guard at Cyberdyne Industries. While his assassin has never been identified, Many people believe that Michael Jordan created time travel so he could go into the future and then create a bunch of killer robots, and then send a killer robot back into time to kill Lewis as revenge for beating him in the first round in 1985. If that doesn't show you Michael Jordan's killer instinct, I don't know what will. Number 7. Sammy the used car salesman. Sammy the used car salesman wasn't the greatest athlete in the world, but he was the type of guy that you'd want your daughter to marry. He was an absolutely fierce competitor on the court, routinely giving Michael Jordan fits on defense. When asked about his relationship with Sammy, Michael was quoted as saying, "I met Sammy while I was returning one of my Bentleys to my car dealership. I saw him standing around in the parking lot, and I asked if he'd like to play in the NBA. He said sure, so that's how he became an NBA player. We had many great battles." Falling at number 6, it's John the grocery bagger.
Alright, so this is definitely a comedy video, which I'm okay with. Sometimes we need to laugh sometimes. We can't be serious all day, every day, man. It's time. There's definitely times where we can just sit back and joke and not take shit so serious. So that's what this video is for. But my question is, the guy Barry that made this video, is he known for these type of videos, and should I start reacting to more of his videos? Let me know in the comments what y'all think. Do we got some pretty good videos? If he does, link them so I can react to them.
Before making the NBA, John Starks was a grocery bagger, making minimum wage at a local supermarket in his home state.
Okay, Starks.
Despite
I got one
his
right.
humble beginnings, Starks was an intimidating presence on the hardwood, and there's just absolutely no way LeBron James would be able to score on John Starks if they matched up in their primes. Coming in at number 5, it's Dan the tax attorney. Oh, so hot.
Okay,
Dan the tax attorney was one of Michael Jordan's most common playoff opponents. The two facing off against each other 18 times in the postseason. What made their relationship extra special was that Dan would balance Michael Jordan's checkbook in the offseason. But make no mistake, when these two were on the court against each other, it was an all-out war. It didn't matter whether Dan was on the Celtics, the Blazers, or the Suns, he always brought it. Number 4, Mark the car mechanic. One of the biggest misconceptions created by Michael Jordan detractors is that during Michael Jordan's era, they let anybody into the NBA. It's not like a fucking car mechanic could go in there and win Defensive Player of the Year multiple times. That would be stupid. Except it's not, because it actually happened. Mark Eaton did this in the 80s. Eaton was 7'4", and he was really good at blocking shots, because he was 7'4". He couldn't score, he couldn't rebound, he couldn't even fucking shoot efficiently. How the fuck are you 7'4" and you can't even shoot 46%? You know what, I'm actually just going to stop now, because if I ever need my car fixed, I might need his help, so I don't want to get on his bad side. Coming in at number 3, it's some random old guy from a nursing home. Back in the 1980s, the NBA had a program where they would allow one senior citizen from a nearby nursing home to play 20 minutes for their local NBA team. But in the case of the Washington Bullets, they took it a step further, signing the nursing home resident to a full-time contract. To almost everyone's surprise, the old man showed some actual game.
No way.
Every now and then.
That had to be a wig, y'all. No way was that his real hair. Why did he not dye it or something? Like, he wanted to be out there looking like a senior citizen on the court.
Showing off a little sky hook reminiscent of Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. The old man also showed a knack for rebounding. Unfortunately, nobody knows what the man's real name was. But that didn't stop Michael Jordan from showing immense respect for the old man's abilities. He's been quoted as saying, "That old bastard had severe arthritis, but goddamn he could defend. He would absolutely shut down LeBron if they ever played one-on-one." Coming in at number 2, it's Jeff, the ice cream truck driver. Don't be fooled by Jeff's meek appearance. He was one of the greatest players in Michael Jordan's era, absolutely refusing to back down from any slight or challenge that Michael Jordan would throw at him. While playing against each other countless times, these two are most known for their 2 clashes in the 1997 and 1998 finals, when MJ's Bulls matched up against Jeff's Utah State A&M Community College Astrology Club. Eventually ended up retiring after the 2000 season to go back to being a full-time ice cream truck driver. But let it be remembered that this ice cream truck driver held Michael Jordan to just 44% shooting in their 2 finals matchups. There's no question that Jeff would lock down LeBron James one-on-one. And finally, coming in at the top spot, it's Craig Ealer, a.k.a. Uncle Joey from Full House. The words Craig EHLO and The Shot are forever intertwined. Michael Jordan's series-winning buzzer beater over Craig EHLO in the 1989 first-round series etched EHLO's name in history. EHLO bared a striking resemblance to Dave Coulier, who played Uncle Joey on the popular TV show Full House. EHLO played 7 years in Cleveland, which were division rivals of Michael Jordan's Chicago Bulls. EHLO and Jordan played against each other 57 times in the NBA. Now, I probably know what you're thinking. You're probably saying, well, this asshole is an unathletic white dude who looks like Uncle Joey from Full House. He must be a horrible defender. Well, guess what? You're wrong. Craig EHLO was an amazing defender, and anybody who says otherwise is just a stupid Michael Jordan hater and is probably a bronzesexual. Did Craig EHLO stop Michael Jordan on every possession that he guarded him? Of course not. But you know what? Craig EHLO went out there and he did the best he could on every single possession. He tried hard and he had the heart of a champion. And at the end of the day, that's really what matters and not some fucking stupid score on a scoreboard. So please, don't come in here and tell me that Craig EHLO was a bad defender just because he was white and just because he looked like Uncle Joey. No. If you're going to say that Craig EHLO was a bad defender, you better have some video evidence to back it up, okay? Because I guarantee you that Craig EHLO would shut down LeBron James if they ever played against each other in a game. I guess what I'm trying to say is, put some respect on Craig EHLO's name. He deserves it. Well, folks, thanks for tuning in to this Top 10 Countdown. If you haven't already, make sure you subscribe.
All right, Barry, you are hilarious for this. I think, if I'm not mistaken, you're the guy that created the top 5 overrated players of all time and put Kobe at number 1. So it's good to see that a lot of your videos are not fact-driven. They're just for jokes. I feel so much better about that top 5 overrated list now. But I hope y'all enjoyed that video. That was definitely something that I needed for some laughs and giggles, not for no stats or information. Those 10 players, I think I've only heard of probably like 3 or 4 of them. I hadn't even heard of many of those players, but I think it was just kind of, for one, it was kind of comical, kind of just straight jokes, obviously not being truthful about anything, but also I think he was trying to underlie some truth in there and try to say that nobody really guarded Jordan back in the day. So let me know what y'all think about that. Did Jordan not really have any great defenders to go against? Because if he was serious, he would have had Joe Dumars on there. But other than that, yeah, I'm not really too sure who was a super great defender back in the day that, you know, had a chance on locking up Jordan. But let me know in the comments. But before that, make sure y'all subscribe to the channel. Subscribe to the channel, then write something in the comments. I think they go hand in hand with each other. You're gonna hit that subscribe button real quick, which is easy. You know, you turn that red to that gray. And then you just go ahead and just, you know, let me know what y'all think about this video, man. But I appreciate y'all for watching like always. Until next time, man. We out.